People usually associate grief with the death of a loved one. But did you know that you can grieve someone and some things that didn't actually die? People who are still walking this earth. So today we are going to talk about what grief actually looks like after a breakup. It's very common and it does happen. And so I cannot wait to dive into this topic on today. Join me right after this.
Hey sis, welcome to Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Healing. Are you hurt and confused after a recent breakup? Are you having thoughts like, I can't believe I'm here again. Why wasn't I enough for him? Or I'm never going to get married? Do you find yourself Googling how to get past the breakup or how to heal my broken heart? Do you start your morning feeling like you can finally breathe again, only to fall apart when you see a picture of your ex on social media? Hey sis, I'm Candace. I too was a single Christian woman who was heartbroken but still desired marriage. I too had numerous failed relationships and wished the right man would come along. I wanted closure from past relationships, healing for my heart, and I wanted to feel joy in my life again. But the truth is, I had no idea where to start or how to make any of this happen until I found the secret, partnering with God to heal from heartbreak. In this podcast, you will find tips for moving on after breakups, growing your relationship with God, and preparing for future relationships so that you will heal your heart and be ready to move forward into the life you desire. So turn off those heartbreak songs and turn me up in those earbuds. It's time to heal, sis.
Hey sis, and welcome back to Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Healing. Thank you for joining me for another episode on today. Before we get started, please make sure you have subscribed to the podcast wherever you are listening, and make sure you leave your 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps the show and it helps others just like you to find the show. So before we jump into today's topic, also, I want to let you know that we will be having a Black Friday sale on my course, Grieving the Living, okay? And so details will come next week, but I wanted to put that bug in your ear just in case that is something that you have been wanting to do. Grieving the Living is a self-paced 4-week course that you get to do on your own, at your own pace. You get 1 week revealed to you at a time, but you don't have to actually go through the entire week on the first week. Each week you can do it at your own pace. And so it really will take you through the whole grieving process, all the stages of grief that come up after a breakup, and help you to get to the other side and find healing. So again, if that is something that you have been looking into, or maybe you're just hearing about it today for the first time, mark your calendars because Black Friday sale is coming the week of Thanksgiving. So keep your eyes open and your ears open for details on next week. And speaking of grief, that is our topic for today. So like I said at the beginning, a lot of people associate grief with actual physical death. But whenever you grieve something, it's because you have lost it, right? You are experiencing a loss of some kind. And so when a relationship ends, you experience different types of losses and you grieve that. And so you may be wondering, like, why do I have all of this pain? Why can't I seem to move on? And sis, I'm going to tell you now, if you have not gone through the grieving process, it's going to be extremely hard, almost impossible for you to actually move on. If that was a person that was of great significance to your life, if that's someone that you really loved and care about, it's not going to be easy to just move on from that without actually grieving the loss. So that's what we're going to talk about today. What are you actually grieving after a breakup? Because if you're one of those people who have associated it with death only, physical death, then you might be like, well, what do I have to grieve? So let's jump into that. Number one, you grieve the person. You grieve the loss. Yes, they may still be walking this earth. They may still be around. You may even still see that person, but you have lost them from their position in your life. And so that loss is significant. You might now have this void that you are trying to fill because they are no longer there. They no longer play the role in your life that they once did. So you have to grieve the loss of that person, whatever significance that they had to you, whatever things that they used to do for you or whatever the case is. And it's like, now I don't have this. I don't have this person to lean on, to talk to confide in, to do things with. That's a real loss. And it may not seem like it, but that's why I named my course Grieving the Living, because you are grieving someone who's still walking around, breathing the same air, sharing the same space sometimes, but they are no longer holding that place in your life. And so that loss is worth grieving. Number 2, you grieve the life that you knew. So it's like, it's one thing to lose the person, but you're losing routines and rhythms and things that you had established with this person in your life. When the person is removed, that means things have to shift in your life, right? You have to do things differently. You have to show up differently. There are things that person may have been doing that you didn't have to worry about that now you do have to worry about. So you grieve the life that you knew. And again, it is a very real thing. It is a loss. And so you go through the grieving process in that way, knowing that, hey, I lost a life, not physical life, but a way of living that I was used to. And it hurts. It's painful. And so you have to go through the grieving process with that too. And then number 3, you grieve the future that you planned for yourself. So when we're in a relationship with a person, we're not just in a relationship. If you're in a real relationship, right? You're not just in that relationship for the sake of it, right? You think of a future. It's quite natural to plan a future in your head with this person, to envision what your life will be like down the road with this person in it. So when the relationship ends, that future no longer exists. You have to come up with a new plan and a new future. And that is extremely hard to do because you had it all planned out. And not only did you have it planned out, but if you envisioned it, I would like to say that it is a future that you desired, that you wanted, that you would have loved to unfold. And when the relationship ends, you don't have that available to you anymore with that person. And so grieving the future is also a very real thing that you have to do after a breakup. So those are the 3 main things. And listen, those are not the only things that you would grieve, but those are the 3 main things that just about everyone has to grieve after a breakup, because those are the things that are of significance to everyone who experiences a breakup and end to their relationship. So I'll go through them one more time. Number 1, you grieve your ex. Number 2, you grieve the life you knew. And number 3, you grieve the future that you plan for yourself. And so when we hear the word grief, it has a very negative connotation to it. And you're like, sis, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to grieve. I just want to move on. But sis, you can't go over grief. You have to go through it in order to move on, in order to get to healing and experience the life that you want. So don't skip it. Don't try to bypass it thinking that I can get on without it. You have to go through the grieving process to really heal. Yeah, you can move on. You can go and do something different. You can even get into another relationship. But that pain is still going to be there in some shape, form, or fashion. You may bury it for a while, but something will trigger you, and that pain will come up. Those thoughts will come up. Those memories will come up if you don't deal with it. So that's why I created my course, Grieving the Living, so that you can have help to go through this. You don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to try to figure it out on your own. Again, this course is self-paced. So it's like you don't have to show up every week if you don't want to. You can do it at a pace and rate that's convenient for you, but do it, sis. Like, don't sit here and try to figure it out on your own. Again, there'll be details next week. Mark your calendar so that you can make sure that you get the coupon code for the Black Friday sale that's coming up. But you don't want to miss this, especially if you're fresh out of a breakup and you're like, I've been, trying to figure it out. Or even if you've been out of a relationship for a long time, but you feel like you're not making any progress on the healing journey, you want this pain to end, so this is likely grief that's holding you back. So go ahead and enroll in the course. It's going to be great. Also, sis, I love you so much, and I want to see the best for you for the future, because I know that God has plans for you, and it's not that he can't and won't use you. You want to be at your optimal capacity, right? And the optimal capacity for you is to be healed, right? You want to be healed so that you can be ready to do all the things that God has called you to do. So whether you enroll in the course or not, you still need to grieve. You have to find a way. So you can let me help you through the course, or you can do it on your own, or however you choose to, but do it. All right. So that's it for today, sis. I love you so much. Again, keep your eyes and ears open for details on the Grieving the Living Black Friday sale. And I will talk to you again real soon. Bye, sis.
Hey, sis. Listen, if you've been blessed, changed, or inspired by this podcast in any way, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the #1 way that you can thank me and show support for the show. Also, if this podcast blessed you, don't keep it to yourself. Do a quick share and bless someone else. Please know I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I would love to hear from you. Come connect with me and other like-minded individuals in my Facebook group called Christian Women Overcoming Heartbreak and Finding Purpose. I can't wait to meet you back here really soon. Until then, remember to love the life you have while you're making it better. Love you, sis.